this is going to be working. Let's see. I'm just going to make sure that this is live and working so that I don't end up talking like an idiot by myself for a long time, realizing that this isn't actually working. Okay, it's working. Perfect. Let's make sure that this actually can hear me. All right, we are here. We are going to be doing the Patreon drawing. So I apologize that it's taken as long as it has. We had a couple of people who had declined cards that wanted to be involved in the drawing but did not realize that their cards were declined. So I gave them a couple of days extra to get that squared away so that we could get them entered into this drawing. And of course, while I was, I guess, waiting, I got busy with the Darren and Mika stuff, and I just wasn't able to do it over the weekend. So I'm doing it right now. Here is our Patreon drawing. So as you can see here, these are all of the Patreons that we have to the podcast. Again, if you don't know what the Patreons is, I'm going to explain it really quickly. Let me see here. Let me make sure everything's in line. The Patreon is basically, so the podcast is free. The podcast is always going to be free. But there are people who want to donate to the podcast, just basically saying, like, hey, we love what you're doing. We want you to continue doing it. It's a lot. It's very, 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 very difficult to make a living in this industry, as you can see across the, how many great things in this industry hang around for a long time. It's very, very difficult to make a living while doing this. So the Patreon is it is absolutely the best way of contributing to the podcast and helping us out continuously being able to do this. So it could be as little as $5 a month. It can be as maximum. Well, I guess there really isn't a maximum. We have tiers up to $100 a month. These are obviously going to be like the super supporters, and each one that you get, each tier has different things at it so that you get some free gear just for signing up. But really the idea is the Patreon is your way of really contributing to the podcast if you want to see it continue on at the level that it is. So at the end of the day, the podcast is free. It's always going to be free. But if you would like to give a couple bucks a month to basically the guaranteeing that it's going to continue on the way that it is, this is the best way to do it. And of course, as incentive, we try to give away something every single month so that you guys have something to not only win, but some incentive for you to sign up as well. So this month we are going to be giving away a Whyte carbon fiber shaft. So that is right here. So we are giving away this carbon fiber shaft. Let me put it the right way around. As you can see, there is a shaft in there. Great. It's always nice to get a shaft in the tube that holds a shaft that you're potentially going to win. So we're going to be giving this shaft away right here. And it's going to go to one of the lucky Patreons who you can see. Here are all of the people that are Patreons to the podcast, and then how many entries that you have. So if you're $5 a month, you get one entry into the drawing. If you are $10, you get two. If you are $20 a month, you get five. If you are $50, you get 14, I believe. I think 14. And if you're 100, you get 30 entries. So as you can see, we don't have any $100 a month. We've had them in the past, so shout out to them, but they are no longer Patreons to the podcast. They have pulled out, which is fine. We want to see you guys here when it makes sense for you to do it, and if it doesn't make sense, there's certainly no reason for you to be in the Patreon. So here is our drawing. So we are going to go to Wheel of Names is the one I like to use. It's very easy to use, and you can see here that we're able to get as many as we want in here. So we're going to get rid of all of these. We now have nothing, and now we're going to go back to here, and we're going to take all of these names from Ben Young, who actually saw watching this. So welcome, Ben Young, and he participated in the podcast we just got done with. We're going to go back to here. We're going to paste all of these names, go back here, grab the next column of names, which is here, and then we're going to throw these at here. So back to here again. There we are. More, and back to here. Get all of these columns so we can get everybody entered in. Back to here. Almost done. Back to here. paste them in. Back to here. And then the last column is here. And paste these in. All right. So we now have all of the Patreons that are in. Ben Young, thanks, man. I did think we had a pretty good podcast today. Having Darren jump in is always awesome. You know, Darren's such a smart guy, and yeah, I mean it's great to have him. So here is, we'll get my fat head out of the way. We'll put this here. As you can see, we have this many people in our Patreon draw. We are going to click the button, and whichever person it ends up with, you're going to get yourself a free Whyte carbon fiber shaft. So pretty awesome stuff. Another person in here, so Ben Young and Patrick Neal. Patrick Neal, I believe, is a Patreon, of course, too. Where is you at? You is right here. So thank you very much to Ben Young and Patrick Neal. And hopefully, for you, you'll win this sweet carbon fiber shaft right here. I should say next month. So we've already had a couple people sign up for next month's Patreon, which is amazing. Thank you very much. Next month, we're going to be giving away a JB case. So pretty awesome stuff right there. JB cases, it's what I use. I do not trust my cues in any other case. There's a lot of other great cases that are out there. But as much as I travel, and you've always seen, like, when you hand your bags over to people at the airport, they grab it and they chuck it onto the conveyor belt, and that's step one. I mean, if that's step one, I don't trust my cues being in anything that's not going to protect them perfectly. And I know that a JB case is going to do that without question. Never have to worry about it, no matter how rough they get, no matter how much they throw it. I don't have to worry about it because those cases will protect everything. So we're giving away one of those next month. We're also going to hear John Barton on the podcast this month a couple times, probably just to chat about whatever we're doing, and it's going to be awesome. So without further ado, let's get this drawing over with, and let's see who the winner is. So we will click this, and let's go. Click. Spinny, 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 spinny. Our winner is Andy Morse. Andy Morse is our winner. Very close to the next name, which I won't say because, well, you can already see it, but that's very close. All right, so Andy Morse is our winner. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Andy Morse has been a Patreon for a very long time. So I do like to see, of course, people who have been supporting a long time win things. I like to see everyone who, contributes to the... I wish I could give away, 50 prizes a month, but and I should say that as we get more Patreons, the prizes are going to go up even more. So thank you to Amy Oubre and Chris Henry, who have joined for next month's prize already. And let's see here. I want to, I guess I just wanted to check and see. I think Andy Morse has been around for a very long time. I just want to see how long he's actually been around for, to see if I'm crazy or not. Yeah, Andy Morse has been around since March 8th of 2020, which is pretty awesome. So thank you very much to Andy. He's actually one of the original Patreons that we had, which is pretty cool. So thank you, everybody, again. And, if you would like to get involved for next month's Patreon, you can always do that at patreon.com/Cue It Up. And I will put that in the chat right now. But like I said, the podcast is free. It's always going to be free. You don't have to worry about, I guess you don't have to worry about, is this ever am I going to have to pay for this? No, you don't have to worry about that. But, and I'll throw that out there now. If you want to contribute to what we're doing, you believe in what we're doing, and you just want to be a little bit more intimate part of it, the Patreon is a great way to do it. So I guess with that, I'm gonna close off here, and I'm going to get the next drawing ready, which is we are going to be giving away something stupid like $4,000 worth of prizes for the Mika and Darren's matchup. We're giving away $1,300 Jacoby, $320 J Flowers jump cue, a $300 J Flowers shooting cue with a carbon fiber shaft, a Predator cue. We're giving away a couple Rasan racks, a bunch of magic racks, some tips, some chalk, all that good stuff. We're going to be giving away a bunch of things. If you're interested in that, the money is going to Mika and Darren for actually putting the show on for us. And if you're interested in getting involved in that, every $5 gets you one entry into the drawing. And you can do so for about the next 3 hours. In about 3 hours, I'm going to go live to do that drawing as well. So we'll put this out there just in case you guys haven't seen it and you want to be involved with it. This is the way to do so. There's a PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, Facebook Pay, all that good stuff. So with that being said, I'm going to get out of here now and get a couple of other things done before I leave for today to go up to Ho Chunk. So I'll can't wait to see everybody that's going to be up there. And yeah, I guess I'll see you guys later.